Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, I want to talk about the Osmo Pocket. It's actually the second video I'm shooting today here at Lincoln Woods. I was shooting a follow-up to my Mavic Mini video. But anyway, I want to talk about the Osmo Pocket because this camera is still a phenomenal camera. I love using it. For travel especially, it takes up very little real estate. For the size and the punch that it has and its capabilities, I think it's fantastic. Never mind that mechanical gimbal, you get that nice smooth action with it. I think it's great. Now, it just went through a firmware update. One part of it made the phase detection or the autofocus smoother, and that's fantastic. But the second part that it updated with the firmware, I want to get into a little bit more today. So now it's cool with that firmware update. If you do use a wide angle lens, you no longer need to worry about taking it off and putting it on after it fires up and goes through its calibration cycle. They adjusted it so you can leave it on there. If you're storing it where you can keep it on, great. Now you don't have to worry about the removal, put it on process, and worry about whether or not it's on properly or blurry. Although I can still see it adjusting with the magnetics there. So anyway, I think it's a phenomenal thing. You don't have to worry about it now with the calibration. Also, the fact that DJI has now put the Freewell wide-angle lens on their website for purchase. I've been wanting this wide-angle lens for a while now. Every time I went into Amazon, it was sold out very quickly. It looked to be a very good wide-angle lens because that's one of my faults when it comes to this camera. I think it does so many things very well, but it doesn't give you a wide field of view. I want to showcase more of what's going on behind me when I'm vlogging or using it, and I just don't feel like it does enough with that. So a couple things that I've done. First is my setup. My setup, I have, let me show it to you. So my setup, you can see I have the, what is it, like a 6-inch Joby Action. I have the Ulanzi clamp to hold on to it. I put it on backwards. It goes on a little bit tighter that way, but it aims it the proper way for me. I'm using the wheel on it, and then I have the Rode Wireless Go for my mic. And you can see right now I am not using any of the wide angle lenses. This is just with this particular setup. Side note, I don't know if anybody else is having this issue, but I was trying to use the Saramonic mini mics on it, and then I even tried another one, a different style mic. I tried two different Saramonics. All the audio is coming in, no matter what I cranked up the decibels to or adjust the settings at, they're all coming in as a whisper, and that was worrisome. The Rode Wireless Go, maybe because it has some power to it or whatever. This one, I don't have any issues with the recording. I just had some issues when I was first trying to shoot this video with the Saramonic. So this is the second time I'm trying to make this. But anyway, I want to talk about the wide angle lenses. So the wide angle lens that I was using is the Aboom, and I want to show you the comparison of how this setup is without a wide angle, with the wide angle, with the Aboom, and also with the Freewell. Another thing that I liked about the Freewell over the Aboom before I even used it was its design. It is taller, so with my fat chubby fingers, it's easier to grab that Freewell and put it on versus taking it off. One negative with these, and I want to mention this right off the bat, you got to be very careful with the placement. I don't care if it's the Aboom or the Freewell. If you are off, if that thing isn't centered right, it throws off the blurriness of the video. And for me anyway, with that little viewback screen on the Osmo, I don't like connecting the phone to it. I want to try to keep it as compact as possible. So with that little viewback screen, it's not always easy to pick up whether or not I have it centered with the focus. So you're just going to be very careful. And if you're going to look at it really close first before you start doing your shot, I'd recommend doing it because I have wasted time, shooting video when it was all blurry and got back to it in the laptop to find out. So just be careful when you use either one of these. All right, but anyway, here is the standard setup. And let's do the Aboom first. So here we are. I'm going to do my best not to move my arm out any, distance change. So here is without the Aboom. Here's with the Aboom. It does a nice job, right? See how much it opens up? I think the Aboom is a very good quality wide angle lens. So that's without. I'm sorry, that's with, and that is without. With, without. Let's try flipping it around. Okay, so I'm going to hold it in one steady position, That is without. Make sure it's centered. There it is with. And there it is without. All right, so now we're back to no wide angle at all. And you can see this is the design of the boom. It's relatively flat, which to some people that might be the positive. It just makes it a little bit more awkward to handle and hold for my case. So here is the Freewell's design, and you can see it's much taller. It's easy to handle. So now when I put my fat fingers on it, so I'm going to keep the same distance. I'll do the rule of thirds here, put me a little bit over. Now, here's with the Freewell. See how much it opens up? I feel, there it is without. Let the camera adjust with the aiming. Let's put it back on. And that's it with it. I think the amount that it opens up is more than the boom, but we'll get a better idea when we put it inside the laptop and check it out. So look, the wide angle lens is really going to open up the amount of visibility you're showing in your videos, which is great. But if you also like using this in pro settings and you want to try to control the shutter speed versus the aperture and the white balance and everything, the only negative to it is if you're using this, you don't have an ND filter. So there is a trade-off when you're using the wide angle lens. For me, I don't know, I'll just use a little bit more auto in certain settings, but I don't know, I like the wide angle that much better than not having it. So that's it for today's video. Just a quick little video. They are listing the Freewell right now. They have it in stock. It was shipping out very quickly. Well, when I ordered it, it was one day after they cleared payment. I got it within a couple of days. There was no hold up at customs with this versus the last 3 things I ordered from DJI. So I was very happy with that. Actually, it came in faster than I thought. It was supposed to come in Monday, and it came in, what, 2 days ago? So crazy amount quicker. But all right, that's it. I hope you liked today's video. Any questions, comments, or anything you want to hit me up below, I'll try to answer as many as possible. And if you like to hit like, you want to see more, hit subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Later.